You have no idea what deluxe American tastes like? Take a leading American slice and some cheddar. Put them together and... Now you have an idea what makes deluxe deluxe. More cheddar makes it better. More cheddar makes it deluxe.
Of course I killed them. I just aimed, shot, and killed those little creeps myself.
Faster killing black flag ant and roach killer kills with an exterminator-proven ingredient.
They all deserve to die.
Black flag.
For a picture-perfect vacation, see Arkansas. You'll see beautiful watercolors. History coming to life. Arkansas offers different strokes for different folks. So, want a masterpiece vacation? Do I have to paint you a picture? Call 1-800-NATURAL now for your free Arkansas vacation planning kit.
On the next Oprah, when your father kills your mother.
Hi, everybody, and welcome home. I'm Gary Collins. Obviously, I'm on location. I'm here outside the studio today because Phoebe Emmerman is going to join me and show you the best buys in bicycles for your youngsters. And I'm without Sarah because Sarah is really on location this morning. She has biked her way all the way to New York City. Good morning, Sarah.
Hi, Gary. How you doing? It was a long bicycle ride, but I biked fast.
How's New York, and what are you doing there?
It's just great. It's always fun to come to the Big Apple. I'm here celebrating Regis Philbin's 30 years in show business. Can you believe
years.
it? I can't believe I worked with somebody who can celebrate 30 years in show business.
So that means there's hope for all of us, huh?
Absolutely.
Has it been fun?
Yeah, get ready, because one day when you get to celebrate your 30 years in show business, I'm sure it's going to be a long way from now.
All right.
You're going to have a lot of fun because Regis really did today.
Did he? Oh, that's
Yes.
great. Well, let's take a look at a little of the fun.
Okay. Kathy, I was his first, and I'm his favorite.
Why, who could that be, Reed?
Sounds like Sarah Purcell.
Sarah, how are you? Look out now.
Hello, Sarah. Hi there.
Nice to see you.
Yes. Sarah was my favorite.
You were just a tot.
That's right. Yeah.
So what you're saying is Sarah was your favorite?
No, now just a minute. Let me regroup this. You're both my favorites. You two were my favorites.
Well, that is great. Well, he's a legend.
We all sure put him on the spot today, but we had a good time. David Letterman had quite a surprise for him, which you'll all see on the show. Well, he had a generously built gentleman jump into a hammock full of eggs.
To celebrate? Good
It
grief.
was so funny.
Okay.
So
All
we
right,
had a
well,
good
that's
time. And
All right,
I gave Regis your regards, and I
you
told
did.
him that we're still working on the one-arm push-up,
Oh,
Garrett.
golly. Is he still up with that deal?
Well, he did one. Don't you remember?
He did two.
You did.
See,
you
he's
did
my
two?
hero now.
Ah, okay.
And
Well,
I did a half of one.
a half of one.
Yes, but I'm
Just the down part.
Yeah. That's right. Well, I'm working on it, so tell him that, okay?
We're going to keep training, Garrett.
All right. Well, obviously, we're going to check in with Sarah. And in this half hour, Sarah is going to be talking about what all parents should know before choosing a summer camp. Peter Greenberg is going to join her in New York. Shelley shows you the secrets of the granddaddy of all makeup artists. And Carol is going to share some home show viewer ideas for making your own gift bags. All that and lots more coming up today at home. Well, the question is, when is your child ready for a bicycle? And Baby's here with the answer as well as a heck of an outfit. All right.
Yes, I forgot this morning when I put this on that the camera adds 10 pounds,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
I deeply
no.
regret
Who told you
this.
that? We got some wonderful
well, I can look in
youngsters
the
behind
monitor.
us.
I can look in the monitor and
Okay.
see. Yeah.
Got some wonderful youngsters
Some
who are riding
volunteer
their bikes.
bikers
When you
here.
come by, shout out your name for me, okay?
Michael.
All right. Come on, kids.
Haley.
Lindsay.
Tyrone.
Okay, and they'll keep circling while we talk. First of all, let me talk about this. Where did this come from?
I think
think
these serve any practical
Well,
purpose?
actually, they do. I don't want to show you, but they actually have padding on the behind,
Come
which
on, let me
makes
see. Are you serious? You mean all those people have padding on behind? I
Padding
knew
on
there was a
behind.
reason for wearing these silly pants.
right. And I think, well, it's smooth and it's sleek. It's probably aerodynamic. It's
Oh.
got elastic, but mainly I think it just looks
Okay.
cool.
I wanted to show you something that Ginger Simpson said to me. I said, well, what happens if my pants get caught in the chain? She said, well, where I come from, we just took,
Necessity is the mother of invention.
We take a clothespin. Bingo. Is that clever?
Wonderful.
All right, let's talk bicycles and youngsters.
Okay, very basically, when a child that's under the age of 4 really is not going to be able to ride a bicycle. They just don't have the manual dexterity that's necessary to do it. A good rule of thumb I tell most parents is when your kid comes up to you and says, Mommy, Daddy, can you get me a bicycle? That usually means they're ready to get a bicycle.
Okay, what do you look for?
The very first thing and the most important thing I can tell people is do not buy a bicycle that is too big for your child. You don't want your child to grow into a bicycle. A bicycle that is too big for a child is not only dangerous, but difficult to learn to ride. So you want to get a bicycle that fits the child right now. And Michael, if you can circle around here, Michael Barron is going to come around here and we're going to give a little quick demonstration of what to look for on size-wise.
All right, and some safety
There we go,
features.
and some safety features.
Okay. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Is this a nice bike?
Yeah,
Is it kind of like the one you have?
kinda.
Kinda. Is yours
Okay.
what, a little bit more sophisticated than this?
I think Michael
Yeah.
sees a bike in his future.
Basically, what you want to look for size-wise. Michael, sit up for just for a second here. Your child, 2 or 3 inches should be between the crossbar and your child. That's usually a pretty good clue that the bicycle is fitting
Well,
okay.
I'll buy that, sure.
Right. When the seat is adjusted properly, legs should extend to the pedals with no problem. Should not get too close to the handlebars. In other words, the child should feel comfortable on the bicycle.
You know what I
and should
always
not look awkward.
Yeah, I've always wondered is in terms of the seat. Sometimes you see them with their legs bent when they sit on
Right.
the seat. Other times you see their legs extended. I'm never sure
It
which
should
is.
be a nice, comfortable
Okay, all
feeling.
right.
They shouldn't have to reach for the pedals, and they shouldn't be up too close. If it's up too close, that's a sign that the child's outgrown the bike. You want to make sure the seat wrenches in there nice and tightly because you
Right.
don't want it moving around. You want to now. Mike, you've been riding for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty experienced bike rider, so hand brakes are okay for him, maybe multi-speeds. But for a beginning child, coaster brakes, foot brakes, 1 speed is usually a good rule of thumb. When you're looking for the bike, you want nice, sturdy construction. You want it to be heavy enough to be sturdy, not so heavy that it's clunky, but obviously well made. And the parent should go over the bicycle and check to make sure there aren't any sharp edges or protruding edges
Right.
anywhere, because sometimes with cheaper bikes, that's a problem. As far as girls' bikes and boys' bikes, if a
Do
girl...
they still make girls'
They
bikes
do,
with
with
the
the
little
V. If you can see some of the girls
Oh,
going
they
around
sure
here,
do.
they
Look at
have
that,
with
yeah.
the V. That's fine for a first bike, but as a girl gets a little bit larger, she might want to switch over to one with a crossbar simply because it's a sturdier construction.
Okay, what do you expect to pay for bikes?
Now, for
These
a,
days.
for a child that's 4 to 6, a 16-inch wheelbase is usually fine, $75 to $100 you would expect.
Mm-hmm.
For a child a little bit older like Michael, a 20-inch wheelbase is probably fine for him, anywhere from $100 to $170.
Yeah.
I want to mention some safety features
Yes.
too. First and foremost, the most common kind of accidents when kids fall off bikes are head injuries. So a helmet is really a necessity. A child should wear a helmet all the time, even if they're riding a trike. An infant that's a passenger should wear a helmet. Parents should wear helmets too, as an example to their children. They should be nice and comfortable fitting. How does that one feel? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had to put a little bit of padding on the inside to get it to fit his head. But to look, if
But at
you
least
want,
that will grow with his head. then.
yeah,
He'll be
that's
able to
right.
keep it a while.
They're not inexpensive, anywhere from $25 to $90. And if you look on the inside, you can see a seal of certification from the American National Standards Institute
There it is.
or the Snell Memorial Foundation. It'll look sort of like that. That means that it's up to code.
You know what's interesting is California has the helmet law now with motorcycles, which ought to be a great inspiration for kids riding bikes.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Very good. Very good. So that's basically it. Now,
Okay.
you know a child has outgrown the bike
When they
they're
take it to their wedding.
Yeah, that's right. When it sort of looks like you when you drove up, where there's 6 inches of
Right.
a clearance
Yeah.
in there, and their knees get too close, then it's time to trade up. And some
Yeah.
bike stores these days actually have a trade-in policy
No
where you can
kidding.
trade in the bike and move up.
I should hope so with the price of bikes today.
Right. Now, we've got a pamphlet that you can send away that's free from Bicycling Magazine. The address
Okay.
is Children's Bicycles, Post Office Box 6075, Emmaus, Pennsylvania, 18098. And we would like to thank the folks at Bikeology for supplying all of these wonderful bikes. So,
Well, I would
Michael,
do that,
take
but you
off
just
there.
did it. Okay, thanks, Michael. Thanks, kids. And Phoebe, thank you.
Thank you.
Where's your bike?
Oh, I need to get one, actually.
All right, next, a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby, what every woman needs to know.
Here comes something big from Extra Sugar-Free Gum. It's pink, it's got NutraSweet, and a great classic bubblegum flavor. It's new Extra Classic Bubblegum. And since it's extra, that big classic flavor lasts an extra long time. So if you're chewing something else, get ready for a tremendous breakthrough. And try new Extra Classic Bubblegum. Classic bubblegum flavor that lasts an extra long time.
Introducing Rice-A-Roni in the resealable canister. Make as little or as much as you want and get that same great taste. So you can serve the whole gang or just part of it.
The San Francisco Tree.
Why put up with glasses that just don't fit? LensCrafters has so many ways to fit your snug points. Like snug fit pads that flex to comfortably hug your nose. LensCrafters, better fit for greater comfort in about an hour.
Even when you're training for the goal, you want your white socks to stay white. And when socks pick up tough, ground-in dirt like this, you need the cleaning power of Tide and the whitening power of bleach. Tide with bleach whitens better than any regular detergent. Look, a dirty sock gets only this white with this other detergent, but Tide with bleach gets it gleaming white. So, for superior performance, it's Tide with bleach.
Making dinner?
Yep. Tough slaving over a cold salad bar, isn't it?
Yeah. Mystery dressing. Glad I've got my Hidden Valley Ranch.
You should try this Kraft Ranch. It's the best.
Really?
Yeah. Here, try a little.
People prefer cool, creamy Kraft Ranch.
You're right.
It's gotta be the best tasting ranch to be Kraft. America's house dressing.
So, you gonna need all this dressing for yourself?
Well, there is enough for two.
Good prenatal care is the best way to make sure your baby is born healthy and happy. To get that message across, Johnson & Johnson has done something different. You would like to take a look now at one of their commercials that's approaching this situation in a rather different way.
From the moment you become pregnant, everything you do to your body, you do to your baby. If you smoke, your baby smokes. If you drink, your baby drinks. If you do drugs, your baby does drugs too. And if you don't see a doctor early and often, neither does your baby.
Joining us now is obstetrician Dr. Wendy Chavkin. Welcome, Dr. Chavkin. Well, this is a departure. They're not selling products. In a way, Johnson & Johnson, with this commercial, is selling a public service announcement. There's been some controversy about that. How do you feel about it?
Well, I'm really delighted that a major company is committing itself to such a critically important public health campaign. I have one concern, however, which is that in addition to the fact that I think it's very important to provide education to women, we also provide education to men, because it's not only women who make babies, and that we also address the fact that we need more resources in order for people to be able to have healthy babies.
That's a very big problem, isn't it? The infant mortality rate in the United States is very high. When Gary and I used to do the March of Dimes telethons, we were 17th in the world as far as infant mortality. How are we doing?
We're doing worse, I'm sorry to tell you. Unfortunately, we're now 23rd. We're not only is all of Western Europe ahead of us, and Japan, of course, but parts of the developing world are ahead of us, too.
What do you make of that?
For poor people in this country, the situation can be particularly grave. We have a very wide gap between what happens for people who have money and people who don't, what happens for whites and what happens for blacks.
What can prenatal care prevent? Obviously, we all know that it's going to help have a healthier baby, but what are some of the things that maybe we don't think about when it comes to prenatal care?
What prenatal care is really good for is detecting problems early so that doctors and midwives can figure out a plan and, with the woman, take care of it. That's what it's really there for, to detect a problem early enough before damage has been done for the future baby and also for the health of the woman.
Can also help the delivering mother decide whether or not she better get to a hospital.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tell me about the different things that a pregnant woman needs to watch out for.
Well, a pregnant woman certainly needs to eat well, and there's been a lot of conversation lately about what eating well consists of. A lot of the things a pregnant woman needs to do are things that the society has to take a responsibility for, though, not just she herself. In other words, she has to work in a situation where she's not exposed to hazardous chemicals, where she's allowed to have enough rest when she needs it.
And that needs to come also from the private sector as well.
Right, which is what's exciting about Johnson & Johnson taking on a public health issue.
I think some of the things a pregnant woman doesn't understand is that the baby is going to take, in some ways, from the mother's body what the baby needs. How can the mother suffer if she doesn't get proper prenatal care?
What can happen to the mother if she doesn't? Well, if the mother has a problem that pregnancy can make worse, she really needs care herself. Like, let's take something like diabetes. If the mother has diabetes or has the kind of diabetes that only develops during pregnancy, it's very important for her health that she get medical attention.
Anything else?
A whole variety of things like that, hypertension, other medical problems. What the commercial that we saw illustrates is if she has a problem with various substances of addiction. And I think probably the most important point that was made for the general education is that smoking is probably the most dangerous, cigarettes are probably the most dangerous addictive drug that people are now using during pregnancy. But again, I think it's very important that at the same time as we provide the information to individuals, we also hold the society accountable and demand that they give us some help. We need programs to help people deal with these problems.
Also, you were saying that sometimes for a delivering woman, she wouldn't even be admitted to a hospital.
Well, you're not allowed to turn a woman away in labor. That's against the law in the United States. But the problem is that we really need some kind of a national health plan, some kind of a national health plan that will help everybody get access to care no matter how much money they have, and some kind of a national health plan that will make sure doctors and midwives and hospitals are distributed evenly throughout the country.
Absolutely. We can't lose sight of the fact that this is our future, isn't it? Thank you very much, Dr. Chapman, for being with us this morning. Next, Shelley uncovers the makeup secrets of Max Factor.
Food editor Alan Halfrecht.
You want to take every little step to cut down on saturated fat, but all your family wants is their favorite foods, right? Here's one easy step. A new Crisco oil that's 90% unsaturated fat. Not even olive oil and corn oil are lower in saturated fat. New Crisco oil. Here's another easy step. Use skinless chicken for this family favorite. It's got less fat. With Crisco, there's never a heavy, oily taste.
Cooks who know, trust Crisco.
It's Tommy Lasorda with a way to help you lose weight that's going to shake things up. Ultra Slim Fast Fruit Juice Mix. Juice it up, lose weight, feel great. Mix it with your favorite fruit juice. Juice it up, lose weight, feel great. It's a delicious, nutritious part of the Ultra Slim Fast plan. Juice it up, lose weight, feel great. Ultra Slim Fast Fruit Juice Mix. Give us a week, we'll take off the weight.
Boy, this couch weighs a ton. Where does it go, Miss Lansbury?
Oh, right there, please. Wow. If I lifted that, I'd need Bufferin for the aches and pains afterwards.
You really believe in Bufferin?
I certainly do.
It's strong, huh?
Extra strength Bufferin has the strongest dosage of aspirin that you can buy. And I've discovered that the buffers don't weaken it. They just help prevent aspirin stomach upset.
Shouldn't you discover the strength of Bufferin?
And for nighttime aches, pains, and sleeplessness, try Bufferin AF Nighttime. It's aspirin-free.
I know I should use a tartar control toothpaste, but mine tasted too strong.
Introducing mild-tasting Tartar Control Crest Smooth Mint Gel.
You were right about that crest. My mouth thanks you.
It's tough on tartar, soft on you.
My granny spaghetti recipe. With ordinary grated topping? Oops. Some are 1/3 fats and fillers, but Kraft is 100% grated Parmesan for 100% great taste. Granny would approve.
On
Loving.
Well, look who's here.
Players, let your games begin.
He lied to me.
You're losing, Clayton.
She's trying to pull you away from me.
Get that girl out of town.
You are the one who keeps getting in the way, Gwyneth.
Loving. On One Life to Live, Sarah could be innocent,
This is the only thing that can link me to Carlos' murder.
but all the evidence points to her guilt.
We cannot hide this gun forever.
Oh, I can't let you take it to the police.
Don't miss One Life to Live.
Hooray for Hollywood. You may be only in your neighborhood, but if you think that you can be an actor, see Mr. Factor, it may.
I bet you put makeup on every day. I know I do. Just glad to share that with you. But did you ever wonder who came up with some of those classic makeup ideas? Well, Shelley has uncovered the secret. Good morning.
Yes, I have.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Max Factor
Famous
was a Russian immigrant. He came to this country and he settled in Hollywood early on, and he realized that Hollywood stars have to look glamorous. So he set up shop and he started inventing makeups and beauty products. And of course, all the stars, everyone who was anyone, soon were relying on Max Factor. Remember Shirley Temple?
Yeah.
Well, not only did she wear his makeup in her films, but when she had a little game with her dolls at home and play and tea, she would put their makeup.
She'd make up the dolls,
She'd make up
too?
the dolls. And then there was Valentino, and he was the first Latin actor who dominated the silver screen, and because of his dark skin tone, it was really difficult to photograph in black and white. So Max came to the rescue, and he created a yellow-toned makeup that made him look terrific. And
Even
then there was
black and white,
legendary Claudette Colbert. She was one of those actresses that really believed that she had a good side and a bad side to her face.
I
She even
heard
went
that,
so
and she would
far.
go to extremes.
She had a mirror image staircase built so that her good side was to the camera.
No kidding.
He even helped her a lot, yes.
My God.
So I want you to come with me because recently I had a chance to stroll down Makeup's memory lane and I visited Max Factor's museum.
In the 1920s and 30s, glamour meant makeup, and Max Factor made everyone glamorous.
Want to see just how far women have come to make themselves beautiful? Inside this fabulous Art Deco building in the heart of Hollywood is a museum dedicated to the art of beauty. The acting curator, Randy Koss, is waiting to give me the grand tour. Max Factor was quite the inventor, wasn't he?
That's right, Shelley, and it was always for a reason. This was the stage makeup, which has a clay base, and Charles Chaplin, Mabel Normand, when they started doing the movies, told Max that was too thick, and it didn't work, it cracked. Max Factor came out with his first product, and it was called Max Factor's Flexible Grease Paint Makeup because it was very thin and it was in a cream form.
All right, everybody quiet, please. After the bell.
Then the talkies came in 1928, and Max Factor had to create another makeup, and the reason is they had new lights, and the new lighting that they used reflected off of grease paint makeup.
Made
and
you very shiny.
Your face shine like a mirror. So he created this makeup, and it absorbed light rather than reflect light, and it saved the motion picture movie industry.
He got a citation for that, right?
In 1928.
And then Technicolor came
Then in 1937, another big problem. They said, we can't use this makeup because it absorbs light, but it also absorbs color.
So it threw the color of the garment onto the
Onto
actor's
your
face.
skin, right. You just absorb that color. So he created this in 1937 for Technicolor movies.
Pancake. And it's still available today.
Oh, it certainly is.
Randy, this looks like something that I would pick up at the Marquis de Sade's garage sale. What is it?
He had garage sales? No, actually, this is a beauty calibrator. Max Factor created this in 1932 to measure an actress's face. He was looking for the actress with the perfect features.
Yeah, but nobody's perfect.
Well, this measured you to 1/100th of an inch. And what he decided was your face should have equal proportions.
So I guess the makeup artist would correct for that with different contouring and different products.
That's it, absolutely. Would you like to try it on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
For blondes only.
That's right, Shelley, this is your makeup room. Max Factor created 4 makeup rooms, depending on your hair color. If you had blonde hair, you came into a powder blue room. If you had red hair, you went into a mint green makeup room. If you had brown hair, you went into a peach colored makeup room. And if you had black hair, you went into the room for brunettes only, and that's a pink and lavender makeup room.
I see what you mean. Not for me.
No.
This looks like Fort Apache. All kinds of scalps.
This is our hair department. Most people didn't know Max Factor was a wig maker.
I didn't.
Max Factor ended up making all the wigs for all the movies here in Hollywood. What we would do is, an actor would come in here once, we'd measure their head, carve a balsa wood block head of theirs, and at one point we had 650 of the most famous stars' heads lining our walls here.
Why would you have that?
Well, the studio, it saved so much time for the hair department. The studio would send us a sketch like this one of Marlene Dietrich, then we'd know exactly how they'd want the wig to look, and it would be styled.
Well, whose hairpiece would I find most surprising?
How about John Wayne? Right down here.
John Wayne. I didn't know he wore a rug.
You weren't supposed to.
I thought everybody knew John Wayne.
No,
Oh.
he was such a hoot in inventions. He would usually use his employees to test things like smudge-proof lipstick.
Yeah.
And he had this couple come in and kiss for half an hour every day. Well, they were engaged. But then he ended up inventing this kissing machine, and you'd put lipstick on it, and he figured kisses had a certain velocity, and a peck was 5 pounds, a regular kiss on screen was 10,
that's great.
and your 30-pound lip lock, he figured you'd have like jelly all over your face with the
Okay.
lipstick. So.
All right. Shelley, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
that
This
tour
was
of
fun.
Max Factor and history. Thank you very much. Thursday, Paula has more of the hottest fashions for fall '92.
Playing with cars is something some kids never outgrow. Frank couldn't wait to get Bobby an RC car. You know, the ones with the controllers? I said, isn't he a little young?
Oh, it's from play school.
It is different than other RCs. It's really solid. There's just one big button to push. And Bobby loves it. He drives that RC outside, he drives it inside, drives the dog crazy. Gotta hand it to play school, though. They know how to make my guys happy.
When I'm working out, I could care less what my hair looks like. But when I walk out of here, I want it to look great.
Just shampoo in Pert Plus to release a breakthrough microbead conditioner for soft, manageable hair in just one step. Pert Plus, one step to soft, manageable hair.
Carol, you bake this cheesecake? I want the recipe. Not me. I'll wait till they come up with a nice, easy mix. Oh, right. A mix with real cherries? Come on.
Jell-O cheesecake, now with real fruit topping.
You know, I hear Jell-O makes a good cheesecake.
When two of the worst odors in the rug end room get together, you need more than fresh. You need Carpet Fresh. Only Carpet Fresh has Valex to eliminate tough rug odors and freshen the room. So don't just freshen, Carpet Freshen.
Here's a simple trick every mom should keep up her sleeve. Hershey's Miniatures. A little something for everyone.
That glow of youth that seems to disappear with the years isn't gone. It lies beneath the surface waiting to emerge. Introducing Alpha Hydrox Skin Treatment, the triumph of nature over time. Alpha Hydrox combines natural ingredients that dermatologists discovered have an anti-aging effect on the skin. It gently purifies your skin, revealing a younger, smoother, more radiant-looking you. Alpha Hydrox, the triumph of nature over time.
Welcome back. Once again, we join Sarah in New York. Hi.
Hi there.
I've got a little catch-upping to do here, a little correction from yesterday, Sarah.
Yes, you
Yesterday,
do.
you might remember, we talked about a tamoxifen study with Dr. Art Uline, a 5-year study, and this was for women at risk of breast cancer, and we discussed the ages 35 to 39. Well, we were slightly mistaken. It's 35 to 59, so it broadens it considerably. And those that are eligible are those who have a family history of breast cancer, have no children, had first child after 30, started early menstruation, and had previous lump biopsies. And 2, any woman with a non-invasive breast cancer. Number 3, any woman over 60. Now, if you're eligible and you'd like to take part in that study, call the National Cancer Institute's Cancer Information Service at 1-800-4CANCER. That's 1-800-4CANCER. Coming up in our next half hour, we've got some home show viewer ideas for making your own gift bags and cards. And Sarah, what are you doing in the next half hour?
Well, I'm going to talk to Peter Greenberg about choosing a summer camp that's right for your child.
Okay, we'll see you after the break.
And
Right
Jerry
back.
Greenberg says hi.
Okay.
a terrifying trend in auto theft. Stop at a light, and it's your car or your light. Carjackers, plus the notorious Ivan Boesky. What was life like with the king of insider trading? His estranged wife tells me on 2020 tonight.
Hey, you know what would go really good with this? A brownie.
Ah, the virtues of milk.
Maybe you can catch the truck before it leaves.
Milk helps supply thiamine for your sense of balance.
Sorry.
Carbohydrate for stamina. It's pleasantly slim on calories, and milk has calcium
You got any brownies?
for a happy smile.
And another milk.
Milk,
Okay, back to work.
it does a body good.
Mary is about to do the hop. The hop to the delicious taste of Wells Blue Bunny frozen yogurt. It'll set your taste buds dancing. Only the finest ingredients and luscious fruit go into our frozen yogurt. Premium, sugar-free, and non-fat. So hop over to the best frozen yogurt in America.
Wells Blue Bunny, the flavor of the heartland, because it tastes so good.
What's the world's biggest bike store? Toys R Us. They've got dirt bikes, speed bikes, bikes for tykes, for mom and pop, bikes for granddad. Over 100 different bikes like Kent, Huffy, Rally, Murray, not that Murray, yeah, that Murray, all at rock bottom prices. So hurry to Toys R Us and walk away with your own special model. Yeah.
Lethal Weapon the third time around, a review at noon.
Morning once again, and welcome back home. I'm Gary Collins, and on location in New York is Sarah Purcell. Hi.
Hi there. Hi.
And I guess we should remind people why you're there in New York.
Well, I'm here helping Regis Philbin celebrate his 30 years in show business, and I was one of the co-hosts that worked with him, his favorite. And so I have been just having a ball here. I've got the New York Post and the Daily News. I've been reading the gossip page. There is more good stuff in these papers, I'm telling you. And Jerry Bloomberg is here with me in the studio. And, of course, she's our editor and publisher of the Home Show newsletter. And she was telling me about Page 6. So I'm getting up on all the gossip. We'll have to talk later, Gary.
Okay, I guess no one has been spared, Regis. Boy, when he likes you, he gets after you. And I remember a couple of classics. By the way, I wanted to tell you, we got a call from Anthony Quinn. Anthony Quinn called and said, "Where is Sarah? I adore that woman." He said he'd seen you on the Regis.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that thing where Regis kidded you all during the show about Anthony having this crush on you?
He's looking at you over there.
He's looking at
that
you.
Was so funny.
He said he carries on. All right. Anyway, we'll see you in the middle of this half hour. But right now, it's Craft Connection time. Once again, our Home Show viewers have shared some money-saving ideas with Carol Duvall. Hi.
You betcha. Hi there. I think we should have all gone to New York and helped Sarah, congratulate.
Celebrate with Regis?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it was a nice idea, but it just didn't fly.
Some I know.
For some reason.
But a couple of ideas that did fly are the ones that sent in by the viewers this week. Other than Christmas time, I really think spring is probably the biggest gift-giving time because it starts with Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, all the weddings,
like a bunch of bad
all
waves,
the showers,
isn't it?
right? And there's always birthdays. And of course, now it's a lot easier to gift wrap, even if you don't know how to fold and make the bows, because of all these wonderful bags that they're, except, this bag alone costs $3.50.
Oh, I thought these were bags that they gave to you.
You put the gift in them.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you're saying that, my
Yeah,
gosh.
right.
Okay,
So it's
$3.50.
it saves you a lot of time, but
Right.
it doesn't necessarily
So you've got
surely
your
save any money.
idea?
All right, this is one that came from Lisa Snyder. And Lisa, who lives in Missouri, Liberty, Missouri, has wonderful, wonderful ideas. This is the one I picked out for this show. I think Lisa looks like one of her own children. Do you see her in that picture?
Right
She
there.
just takes brown paper bags. Now, I know that a lot of you have done this and you draw pictures on them and do cute things. But I think that Lisa's idea of adding dimension just really makes a difference. Now, these are just construction paper balloons, but she has little ribbon bows there, and then those little paper punch-outs.
Right.
that she's added. And the strings, of course, are real strings.
Right.
That's the dimension. I had to
very,
try
very
it. Isn't that
clever,
cute?
Lisa, yeah.
Yes. So I did it too. And you don't have to be an artist, obviously. I just did tulips and made folded the leaves to give it the dimension. And then just used some construction paper also to make the little gift card on it.
Now, the only thing I'm missing here is
Yes.
perhaps a little something to strengthen the holes.
Oh, yes. You could put on these particularly, you could just use the regular gum reinforcements.
Yeah.
And I was going to do that, and I forgot.
Well, I'm glad I mentioned. Okay,
Yes,
great idea,
I am
Lisa.
too. Okay, then we had a really good idea too, also with paper bags, for goodness sakes, from Sharon Wilkinson, who lives in Chicago, Illinois. And Sharon makes bags out of everything from the brown paper bags to magazine pages and pages from catalogs and just ordinary construction paper and placemat. She does them out of everything.
Well, I got to tell you, I mean,
What?
this looks like a designer bag.
Isn't that
see?
grand?
And that just came out of an ad or a magazine?
Yeah. And the thing of it is, they have the flat bottom on them, too, so if they stand up, you can really put stuff in. In fact, Sharon has her own business, and that's how she started doing these. She's found out that ordering the bags is too much, so she makes these and then puts her own
See,
signature
there's
on.
another great idea
Yeah,
for a business.
yeah,
It's somebody like Sharon that gets started on that.
All right, now, here's what she does. So simple. You take a rectangular shape of paper, and again, use any of these. This happens to be gift wrapping paper. And then fold down the top 1 inch or 2 inches or however far you want to. This is going to be the hem around the
Let me
top.
ask you a question right here.
Yes.
Would you ever consider strengthening that? In other words, put something on it.
Well,
just like another
contact would be
level.
the greatest thing,
Okay,
or you
good.
can fold it over and do 2 levels. Yes, I did do some of them that way. But I think I'll tell you what. If you want to make it really strong, and then for the big bags, there's nothing beats wallpaper. Absolutely nothing beats. And they've got such gorgeous. I'll show you some of them. Anyway.
But this applies to any size, doesn't
Yes.
it?
Yes. Okay. You fold over the top hem, and then you fold in one of the short sides. 1 inch, half an inch. Then just simply bring it over, fold it in half, line it up. Now, you can use either stick glue on there, or what I put on there is double-faced tape. Like so. All right, now then, you fold it like this. Now, here's the top of your bag.
Right.
Fold the bottom up a couple of inches. Now, the amount that you're going to fold and do all, it's going to vary depending on the size of the bag, but you get how it works. All right, now you turn it and you do this. Fold this out like this.
All right.
This one like this. Now you fold the one up just beyond that fold.
Just slightly over.
And
that
this
fold
over,
and
and you'll
down.
recognize
You've got your professional
Now you can
finish.
just take
Yeah.
some masking or some magic tape. Thank you. Stick it over there, which doesn't show. And that's it. There's the bag. Then you punch some holes in the top.
Well, Carol, that's
And
wonderful.
now let me show you some. This is made out. I made this one out of a magazine page that I thought was so pretty. This out of gift wrapping paper. This out of gift wrapping paper. I mean, I'm getting really carried away. This out of wallpaper. And look, I mean, I've got lace on there and
dinner
ribbon.
last night, eh?
I mean, I just absolutely love these ideas.
What's with
Now,
the boxes?
All right, the boxes, this is the way I wrap them. I take a box, cereal box. I buy my groceries depending on what size bag I want to make. Do the same thing that Sharon did. Fold over the top and the side edge.
Yeah.
Then I put the box in here. Fold it over, and again, either with glue or tape, and wherever you make the fold over, it just doesn't make any really difference. Down the center of the back's good. Fold it just as if you were doing a package, and then you slip it out, and you've got, look at what I've done
is
over
great.
here. And Gary,
Yes.
hand me that $3.50 bag down there, that flowered one. There you
okay.
go. All right.
I
This is-
defy you. I know you're going to say that. I defy you.
All right, this is the one that I made.
Carol, that's
and it's
great.
good. Sure, I think
Great
it's
stuff.
wonderful. Okay.
All right. Now, let's talk about next week.
Oh, next week.
Yeah.
All right, the other day we had bridal crafts. Now we're doing bridal showers next week. And then we've got a question and an answer from our craft connection on Wednesday.
Great. Thanks, Carol Duvall. Next, what you need to know before choosing a summer camp for the kids. We join Sarah.
And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. I went hiking with Joe.
We asked Maureen Waldron why she switched from Murphy Oil Soap to Pledge Household Cleaner.
There is a big difference. I don't have time to put into rinsing my house. But with the Pledge Household Cleaner, I didn't have to rinse it off. It's just a smooth, clean feeling. So if I can cut out 20 minutes with Pledge Household Cleaner, then that's an additional 20 minutes I can spend with my baby, which is important.
Pledge Household Cleaner gently cleans all your household surfaces beautifully from SC Johnson Wax.
It's going to be Pledge.
Full speed ahead!
Where to, Captain?
Color tile sale of a lifetime! Vinyl tile 45 cents, half price!
DuPont Stainmaster Carpet, $12.99 installed, half price!
Every square foot of genuine wood flooring up to 50% off!
Ceramic tile, 69 cents, half price!
Mini blinds, buy one, get three free!
Every roll of wall covering up to 70% off!
Hurry!
Vinyl floors!
Ceramic tile!
Color carpet!
All half price! A color tile sale of a lifetime! Sale ends Monday!
At Hillshire Farm, we only select deli-quality meats for our Deli Select Lean Thin Slices, so every sandwich you make tastes like it just came from the deli. Like our new honey-roasted turkey breast, slow-roasted with real honey. And hand-trimmed so it's 98% fat-free. New Deli Select honey-roasted turkey breast. Now the deli's always open. Taste the difference when it comes from Hillshire Farm.
If you have a toothache and take aspirin or Tylenol, it has to go through all this to get rid of the pain, and that could take up to 30 minutes. Or use maximum strength Oragel and start relieving the pain immediately.
Oragel, available in maximum strength gel and liquid.
Freddie, Mr. Phipps, what's the tastiest part of the pretzel?
The crispy outside.
No, the crispy outside. Say we make a pretzel that only has an outside, sort of a chip. What would you call them?
Delicious. Mr. Phipps pretzel chips.
Now in new fat-free.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining.
So true. Well, summer is coming. Is Grandma busy? Well, what are you going to do with the kids? If you're thinking about sending them to summer camp, first listen to camp counselor Peter Greenberg. Hi there.
Camp counselor. You were a camp counselor.
That's right. That's right.
I was even a CIT, counselor in training.
I was only a junior counselor, but I had a lot of fun at summer camp.
Summer camp really can be fun. You know, there are 15,000 summer camps around the country, and now is the time to start making decisions.
I'm almost wondering if it isn't a little late. This is getting to be mid-May here.
Well, you know, there are so many different kinds of camps. There is still time, but you got to start with knowing your kid. First of all, is your kid ready? You know, I don't know about you, but sometimes kids get sent to camp when they're not ready.
I know. First time I went, I tried to get the measles so I could be sent home.
Oh, you went to measles camp, I bet you.
To measles camp.
No, but you really need to know your kid and involve your kid in the decision about the camp.
Yeah.
Know what their needs are, what their interests are, because there's so many different, there are baseball camps and ecology camps and all sorts of different kind of camps, and you need to know that, otherwise they're going to be very, very unhappy.
Well, one way I think that parents can know a little bit more about the camp is, first of all, of course, to go visit it. But if you can't do that, they send videotapes
They
now.
do videotapes and the brochures. You can really pour over those brochures, but you have to assume nothing. Assumption is the mother of all accidents.
Okay.
You know, just because the camp says there's tennis, does that mean that they drive the kids an hour away where 40 kids wait in line to play one set of tennis? Find out what they really are going to offer the kids. You know, you should really not be afraid to ask, and if you can, look at those videotapes. Yeah.
Okay. What about the accreditation of the American Camping Association? How important is that, do you think?
Well, it's important. It's not the only thing. But you need to know about, well, first of all, you need to know the distance away, what this camp is going to be doing in terms of organized activities. You know, how structured is it going to be? You know, your kid will tell you the answer to that, whether they want more or less structure. I know when I went to camp, there were a couple of kids in a canoe, you know, hoping to go away for a long time. Things have changed now. And what you need to know is there are baseball camps, there are basketball camps, there are volleyball camps, there are ecology camps, there are horseback riding camps. Now, if you're
and there's space camp too.
Oh, in Alabama, this is really a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you know, if you're going to send your kid to a basketball camp, it would be helpful to know if he really wants to play basketball. Are you sending him for him or for you? Because that's what they're going to do there. Now, there's some other important tips you need to know. For example, in choosing a summer camp, you got to figure out the ratio of counselors. There really should be only like one counselor for every 4 or 5 kids. If not, you got a problem. 24-hour infirmary with nurse. You know, what are the medical facilities like? And how close is this camp to an emergency room if there's a problem? And most camps are going to be by the water. Are there certified swimming instructors? Are there people there who are really there not only to help your kids learn how to swim, but help them if they get in trouble?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, it's expensive.
Yes.
To go to camp.
What
does it cost?
Yeah. The cost can range anywhere from the public camps and the YWCA camps from about $500 a week which seems expensive, but there's a lot of activities there, and you're not going to send your kid away to camp for the whole summer necessarily, to some of the more specialized camps, which can get up to about $3,000. Now, there are other camps that we haven't even listed yet, which are half-day camps. They're day camps. I went to a day camp, which is a half-day program right in your own city. You don't have to send them 100 miles away on a train. You've seen the movie clips, bye, No, they can go for the half a day, and that's structured too, and it really gets them away from the house and keeps them happy too.
Okay, well, thanks very much, Peter.
I'm going to go over, my camp counselors are calling me.
Which camp are you going to?
Winnemucca, whatever.
Thanks a lot, Peter. Thanks for coming to New York so I could interview you, too. I appreciate that.
Country Crock churn style? Churn style. That sweet, buttery taste reminds me of dinner on the farm when we melted butter over fresh-picked corn and spread it on oven-warm bread. Only the taste of sweet butter would do. Now it's the sweet, buttery taste of churn style.
Come try the sweet, buttery taste of Country Crock churn style. Like regular Country Crock, it has fewer calories and no cholesterol. And now you can save on churn style with this coupon in your weekend paper.
Forget something?
Bagels.
For great bacony crunch without cholesterol, bring home the Bacos.
In the course of a lifetime, you'll buy 2,450 batteries, but you'll only need one Tarkett Lifetime floor. That's why we call it Lifetime. For the name of your Tarkett dealer, dial 1-800-4-TARKET.
Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure. When dryness really counts, be sure to be dry. Sure Solid has the most effective wetness-fighting ingredient you can buy. For dryness no one can beat. So you're either sure or unsure. Sure. Unsure. Be sure to be dry.
For fun around here, me and the boys like to do something a little bit crazy. Put 2 kinds of cheese on a cheeseburger.
For a wild new taste, head to the store for 2 kinds of cheese and lean ground beef.
Cheddar and Munster. Crazy.
I hate to clean. That's why I love this new Fantastic. Did you see it? It cuts through grease without leaving a film. So when I have company coming, I have time to do the really important things, like wipe the lipstick off the milk container. No grease, no film, new Fantastic.
Friday.
To make you go, yeah.
Hang out with family buddies and...
Beer.
Then cartoons are so warm and cuddly.
Yeah, it makes me want to puke.
Roseanne and Tom Arnold are coming to TGIF. The Rosie and Buddy Show, a TGIF special. Here to sing our national anthem.
Get that part. I like that.
Followed by dinosaurs and baby talk.
Things that make you go.
TGIF Friday.
Making dinner?
Yep. Tough slaving over a cold salad bar, isn't it?
Yeah. Mystery dressing. Glad I've got my Hidden Valley Ranch.
You should try this Kraft Ranch. It's the best.
Really?
Yeah. Here, try a little.
People prefer cool, creamy Kraft Ranch.
You're right.
It's got to be the best tasting ranch to be Kraft. America's house dressing.
So, you gonna need all this dressing for yourself?
Well, there is enough for 2.
A striped toothpaste that fights tartar? Come on.
That's the way I like it.
I need proof it works.
That's the way I like it.
So I asked our dentist about Aquafresh.
Those Aquafresh stripes really fight. Aquafresh with powerful fluoride fights cavities, fights black, and fights ugly tartar. All concentrated in the only toothpaste striped to fight.
It works. They like it. I'll buy it.
Aquafresh, the one they like is striped to fight.
I like it.
Twice the power is a lot of power. It's like having twice as many plumbers on the job.
Professional plumbers on Professional Strength Liquid Plumber.
The key is to give more power to the clog.
Yeah, all the other liquid drain openers dilute. They wimp out.
This stuff doesn't. It's more powerful. It cuts through water like a torpedo. So twice as much power attacks the hair clog and pow.
Goodbye, Clyde. Imagine if we were twice as powerful.
Yeah, we'd have to raise our rates.
Get twice the power to the clog. Get Professional Strength Liquid Plumber in the gray bottle.
Gas pressure means pain and bloating. And the way doctors see it, your best choice for relief is Mylanta Gas. It has the best medicine for gas.
What's awesome? Tubular radical. Wow. Glow in the dark bandit brand bandit. On your hand, on your nose, in the dark. Get close. It's bad, it's rad, it's easy to see. I'm stuck on bandit, bandit stuck on me.
Some people don't enjoy their pools enough.
It's too much work.
It's easy to keep our pool sparkling and ready to enjoy with BioGuard.
It's too expensive.
The BioGuard 3-step program saves money. We work less, spend less, and enjoy our pool more. Relax, bring your pool to BioGuard.
I'm relaxed. You relaxed?
If you'd like to be a part of our studio audience, just write to us or call 213-520-5000. Simply make sure you tell us what day you'd like to come, because we'd love to have you with us. Well, let's rejoin Sarah in New York and find out what she's doing. Hi.
Hi there. Since I'm in the Jane Bryant Quinn area here, I figured I ought to give you some financial advice. Save your receipts, always.
What are you going to stay in New York this weekend? What are you going to do?
No, actually, I'm going to a wedding tomorrow in Laughlin, Nevada, then home. Going to meet up with Sandy and the boys.
All right, so they didn't come with you, but they'll meet you there. What do you got? What are you fooling with?
Well, I've got here a bagel, a New York bagel, with a little schmear here of the non-fat cottage cheese, or what cottage cheese? Cream cheese. See, I'm in California too long. I forget these things.
That's right, yeah. Okay, well, take a bite so we can see the oohs and the ahs all over your face.
Yes, right on camera, I'm going to do this.
Okay. All right,
We're going to be cooking later in the show, aren't we,
Yes, we are,
dear?
as a matter of fact, with Narcy David. So that's part of our next half hour. But if you're leaving us now, don't miss Monday. Carol's going to be with us with the best way to dress up your next bridal shower. And Jane Bryant Quinn will join us. We'll be right back.
Kirstie Alley and John Travolta.
You must be thinking the same thing I am. Yeah, lunch.
The broadcast premiere of Look Who's Talking Sunday.
Somebody burn me before I blow up.
News 8 on the hour.
Good morning, I'm Quinn Matthews. Tarrant County Sheriff Don Carpenter, already facing charges, is indicted on still other charges. That story in 1 hour at noon on News 8 Midday. Also, the so-called suicide doctor reportedly assists in another patient's suicide. The service honors police in Dallas. John Connolly says he may back Ross Perot. And in the weather, Neil Barton says scattered thunderstorms are in the forecast. So join us at noon. This hour, mostly sunny and 76 degrees.
At the Dallas Theater Center, April 23rd through May 17th, Taking Steps by Alan Ayckbourn, a rambunctious comedy in the spirit of Texas.
Low prices.
It's happening. Carpet Exchange. Carpet like you want it.
The most important natural resource Texas has is its people. Let's not waste it with drugs. Be the best you can be and help bring Texas a new view of human potential.
R-rated children. News 8's Gary Cogill reports tonight at 10.
This is nice.
We used to do this often.
Do they still have concerts in the park?
Yes. And if you'd like, we can go. I think one's coming up soon, Memorial Day weekend.
Well, I would love that.
If I told you how proud I am of you, all of your hard work, it's paying off.
I am improving. You and Gloria have helped so much.
I hate to break this up, but shouldn't you be turning in?
Oh, my